Yes, yes, yes. Warriors 2-0, baby. Let's go. Destroyed Utah Jazz. Lauri Markkanen, we wanted him here in Golden State. Maybe we don't need him. Maybe we don't need him, folks. Warriors Digest, Randy Silver here. We have a lot to get over today. Buddy Hield, unbelievable. Unbelievable. We're going to break down his historic performance in his first two games in a Warriors jersey. We're going to break down the starting lineup that isn't doing this good. Big lineup, but not performing. What does Steve Kerr think? What do the players think about Buddy? What else is going on in this team? We have a lot to get over. I'm not going to waste any time. Warriors Digest, please like and subscribe to get all your daily Warriors news. I just have to say to everyone in the last video who commented or didn't comment but thought things, thank you for all the well wishes. This YouTube community, social media can sometimes be toxic, as we know, but feeling all the love from y'all and all the comments you gave me about my personal situation going on, it really felt really good and really helped. I'm glad that I can cultivate this community for us to be together, and thank you for all the kind words, being here, and everything in between. It really, really did help from the bottom of my heart, from a genuine place. Thank you, thank you, thank you. None of it was needed, but what is needed is some Warriors basketball to heal the soul. And we're looking pretty good. In the game last night, 27 points, 7 threes by Buddy, 20 points out of Steph, 10 points from Wiggins with 10 rebounds in the first half, 12 points, 9 rebounds from TJD. Steph and Dre did not play the fourth quarter. Second game in a row, Steph and Dre did not play the fourth quarter. This 12-man lineup, can it stay the whole season? That is time to tell. Cliche, I know. Sorry. But by not allowing Steph and Dre to play the fourth quarter because we're up so big is massive. This only helps us as we get to the winter, the dog days of, All-Star break time and into the spring for playoff push. They're going to be more fresh. Portland is not a playoff contender. Utah is not a playoff contender. I get it. There will be tougher games out there. But this shows what we saw in preseason and what the Warriors are building. The three-point shooting, the wings, the defense is working. Buddy Hield, most threes through the first two games with a team in NBA history. Yes. 12 triples in 2 games. Splash Brothers? Nah. Splash Buddies. And fair enough, I will give Klay Thompson credit. In his first game with the Mavs, he made 6 threes, which was a record for most threes in one game as a new player with the Mavs. So congratulations to Thompson. Hope everything's going well. Sounds like it is. I did see a report out there, again, comment your thoughts, that this environment, maybe the past year or two with Golden State, was a bit toxic because of Klay Thompson, his moods in the locker room, and not playing as well as he wanted or getting the playing time. If he's happy in Dallas, great. Wish him all the best. Again, he'll have a banner. He'll have a jersey in the rafter at Chase Center. He'll have a statue outside of Chase Center. But this team is gelling with Buddy coming off the bench. This is what we wanted Klay from last year. He wasn't doing it. Buddy is doing it. 12 triples in 2 games. He has 49 points off the bench in his first 2 games. It's the most ever since 1970-1971. First 2 games off the bench as a Warrior, 49 points. Are you kidding me, folks? Being able to have that type of production coming off the bench is massive. We always had the issues, and you heard Mike Breen say in the playoffs, what happens with the non-Steph Curry minutes? Can we sustain our offense? Can we continue to build a lead? Can we get back in the game if we're losing if Steph Curry isn't shooting, isn't playing, isn't in the game? With Buddy Hield, yes, it's a long season. He's got to stay healthy. But this is a sign that he can help lead this second offense and take pressure off of Steph and make him fresher and be ready. And we can win those non-Steph Curry minutes. 49 points off the bench in 2 games. Wiggins, as I mentioned, had 10 boards in the first half. The most boards for ever in this first half. Let me say that. The most rebounds he's ever had in one half in the first half in his career. What does that mean? He's engaged. Rebounds are effort. You're in the right place in the scheme. You're going out and getting hustling balls and winning. You're engaged. So he's here. Last season there was a lot. Again, unfortunately, rest in peace to his father, who died a month before the season started. That can weigh on you. We know he had unexcused absences. He looks rejuvenated. He said he was coming into this season mentally ready to go. Physically was peaking, was sick in preseason with the flu, but has looked great to start this regular season. And 10 rebounds in one half shows he's engaged with this team. The Warriors have a plus 77 margin through 2 games, eclipsing the NBA record previously owned by the Blazers in 2017-2018, won their first pair of contests by 66. Yes, Jazz, yes. Portland are not playoff teams, but a plus 77 margin means it's not just the starters doing well, and then when they're out, the bench is tapering off. It's actually the opposite. Our bench is killing it, absolutely killing it. And these teams that are rebuilding won't have the depth that we have. And we basically have a starting unit for a mediocre team on our bench. That is going to be tough to beat for these teams who are like low level. And that's why I said this Warriors team is going to do a lot better than people expect. Yes, we don't have the second superstar around Steph, but maybe in this new CBA, you have to build just a better, well-rounded team than when the Warriors were 2015, 2018. You have 3 superstars. Now, the problem is, and we're going to get to this, is our starting unit hasn't been clicking like we should. We were trailing by 8 within the first 3 minutes. GP2 came in the game, so Looney, Podziemski, and they helped close that first quarter on the 21-5 run and really took over the game. Again, the Warriors have been outscoring their teams. Moody is coming great off the bench. So is Buddy Hield. The whole team really. The bench is getting a lot of playing time, which is good, so we can mix and match. We will have tougher games. But it's just a big thing for this Warrior team to have this type of depth because we haven't had this as of late. Now, going back to the big starting lineup, the Warriors are losing the starting lineup game. 4 straight missed threes. Spacing is an issue. And again, your starting lineup is, let me pull up my screen. Green, Kuminga, Jackson, Wiggins, Curry. So you're not playing with a traditional, say, super big man. Let me roll this down. Trayce Jackson-Davis is 6'9", 6'10". But Wiggins, Kuminga, as your 2, 3 are pretty big wings. So I think they're pushing a bit. We're going to have a quote from Draymond, and they're going to have better days. But against a good team, can you go down and succumb to that? And if you're starting unit and have to rely on your bench. If we look, let me blow this up. Again, look at the game stats. Everything's down below in the box score below. Hield, 27 points, game high. Just amazing. 10 of 14 shooting. Podziemski, 15 points. If you look at his number of assists, you only had 1. Didn't have to do much. The team with the highest assists was Wiggins with 5 last game. Sorry, Hield with 6 off the bench. Looney with 10 rebounds off the bench. Everybody was in a plus. When you're winning that big, you are. This team is gelling, and everyone's getting to play. For the second time you see here, Waters got and Santos. They're not supposed to be part of the rotation, but they're playing because we're up so big. Now, what does Steve Kerr think about the starting unit? Again, they're not gelling the way you want. Still early. They never really played together in the preseason. What is he going to do moving forward?
Much better second half. We're going to keep going with it. It's obviously not ideal from a spacing standpoint, so they're going to have to find their rhythm and find how they're going to have to play, and we're going to have to help them, what actions we're running, that kind of stuff. But the whole point of it is for defensive purposes. The Draymond Trayce combination last year was really effective defensively. And to put that kind of size and athleticism on the floor right away, I like, but we've got to keep working at it.
I love what he's saying there. Again, he's trying to think defensive first, and that's Jerry Stackhouse. And I'm going to have a video coming out about the defensive scheme, so don't miss it. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll dive deeper into it. But at some point when you're playing a good team, Celtics, Knicks, I don't know, anybody in the West, pretty good teams usually. Yes, maybe we'll do better defensively, but we're going to be succumb to the offensive side. So what does Draymond think about this starting unit so far?
Started this really big lineup, 2 games. It struggled in the first quarters, recovered in the third quarters. What do you think of that group? And Steve seems pretty committed to it. Like, can this work?
Well, it can for sure work. We won each game by 35 points.
I just mean that unit in particular.
That helps. And then the second half, that unit has been dominant. Both, I think, that unit is still learning how to play. We didn't have Wiggins all training camp. And then obviously, sometimes I'm on Steph's team. Most of the times I'm not in training camp, and you're just kind of trying to even things out so you have great practice. now, this lineup is getting a chance to get some minutes together, and I think what you'll start to see is we'll be able to settle in more offensively. We're coming out in that first quarter, and everybody's just trying to get to it, go, 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 because we want to do. We want that lineup to do well so bad, and so everybody's kind of coming out pressing. Then once we settle down, that lineup, it takes over. Our size, our athleticism, we're getting out and running, we're attacking the rim, getting kick-out threes. And the game is changing for us in the third quarter. So we just got to do a better job. And that's probably on me.
If we look at that starting lineup again, the biggest issue, Kuminga with 2 points. I'm not expecting Green to get a lot of points in a lot of games. But Kuminga, 1 of 5 shooting. They got to get him more in rhythm if he wants to stay in this position. If Kuminga wants that max deal, you got to get more than 2 points. And he'll have better days for sure. I love what Draymond again said. We're just pressing. We're so eager. We want to be successful. We haven't gelled. It's kind of like NFL and preseason. The teams don't play a lot together. So this unit will get their footing. And it's awesome in the second half. They're playing better because that means they're making adjustments at halftime. They're in more the rhythm of the game. Now, someone who's in the rhythm is Buddy. Just absolutely killing it. Buddy Hield. What does Draymond think of his new splash Buddy?
Like Buddy from Oklahoma again. The way he's moving around and finding shots. But, we knew coming in, the one thing we've all said coming in is like, we know what Buddy going to give us. And he's been doing exactly that. And we got to make sure we keep doing a good job of finding him.
Simple. He's a 3-point shooter, and he's going to do it. And that's what he's been doing really well. Same thing with Steve Kerr, analyzing the impact of Buddy on this team.
Steve, what can you say about what Buddy did again in just the first 2 games? And
it was incredible watching him that first half. He brings so much energy to the floor, and part of it is the way he plays, just seeking those shots and seeking the threes and sprinting the floor. He runs so hard, both directions, and it sets a tone for us. And then the other part is he's just an incredible person and teammate, full of joy. Bench is laughing, all the time with him. What he brings to the team goes way beyond, just his shooting, but that's massive in and of itself. So.
I love that. Again, we know you can shoot, but chemistry. People want to play with people that they enjoy being around. And he's loving life here, a second leaf on life, because kind of in Philly, he was hurt a lot, wasn't doing much. And he's coming out here, he's playing. He doesn't have to be the guy. He can just be one of the guys. And this team is gelling really well. Again, we will have tougher games coming up, not against 2 teams who aren't going to be playoff or even playoff contenders, but it's good signs to tell. It's good to do this now because you're doing it against teams that aren't really good. So you build some confidence as you get to harder games. Sunday night, we play the Clippers at home, first home game, and that will be rocking. I want to make sure I said that right. I'm pretty sure it's Clippers, right? Yep, Clippers at home. And I will do my best to get a live stream for that Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. I'll do my best. If not, we'll have these videos. We'll have a video coming out tomorrow on the defense, so stay tuned to Warriors Digest. And again, thank you everybody for the comments, the love, a little bit more energy today. Again, doing the best I can to work through it. All love everywhere, Warriors fans. I'll see you on the next video.